Hello, everyone. Good evening. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of the Watch Along, guys, between Burnley and Manchester City in the Premier League, guys. Manchester City have a chance to go top of the league tonight. Who would have thought that a couple of weeks ago, guys, when Arsenal had a chance to go 12 points clear? Unbelievable, isn't it, when you think about it? But that's football. That's football. That's what happens in football sometimes, guys. You never know. Guys, everyone, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like on the video. Put your notifications on, all that jazz. A little bit of news coming out. Liam Rosenior has been sacked as Chelsea manager, guys. Expected, some may say. Of course, I called it this morning. I did say this morning that Liam Rosenior will be sacked. I thought it might be this week, but it is today. Earlier, it is this week, to be honest with you, isn't it? But today, of all days, I thought it might have been Friday or something like that. Give it a couple of days. But he has been sacked as Chelsea manager, guys. He's been sacked as Chelsea manager. Deservedly. I mean, it's a results game at the end of the day, guys. And as much as you can blame the players, they're not as bad as the results are making out. And 5 games, 5 defeats, no goals, guys. It's a little bit damning, isn't it? Look, I don't advocate for managers getting sacked, but, you have to face the reality, especially a club like Chelsea, a massive club like Chelsea. You can't really just ignore results. You can't ignore the fact that their results have been atrocious, and, I would have preferred him to stay, to be honest with you. But, guys, we're thinking about Burnley against Man City today. Of course, Manchester City have a chance to go top. Let me just read out some of the teams, guys. Burnley are in a 4-4-1 kind of formation. It's a 5-5-4-1 sort of formation, guys. They've got Walker, Ekdal, Humphreys, Esteve, Hartman as their back 5, guys. Dubravka is in goal. They've got Tuna, Ward-Prowse, Lauren, and Anthony as their midfielders, and they've got Fleming up front. As regards to Manchester City, you got Donnarumma, Aït-Nouri, Guri, Kusinov, and Nunes. Silva and O'Reilly in the middle of the pick. This is a 4-2-3-1. Doku, Cherki, and Semenyo as the 3 attackers, and Haaland up front. As for Burnley's substitute, they got defender is Joe Worrell, midfielder Leslie Akachukwu. They got a striker, Lyle Foster. Marcus Edwards is a striker. Max Weiss is a goalkeeper. Florentino Luis is a midfielder. Lucas Perez, defender. Armando Broja, another striker. And Mike Trezor is a striker. In regards to Manchester City, it's James Trafford, the goalkeeper. They got Reinders, the midfielder. John Stones, Nathan Aki, Marmoush, Kovacic, Gonzalez, Savino, and Phil Foden, guys. Those are the lineups for today, for the game today, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone is blessed today. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for joining the show, guys. Really appreciate everyone. For the third watch along of the week, of course, it is the third watch along of the week. And look, Man City chance to go top. How long is it since they've been top of the league? Yeah, it's been a while, isn't it, guys? It has been a while. Let me just say big up to the community. Hope everyone is well. Big up, Bobby. Thanks for being a coveted member, my friend. You absolute legend. Thank you so much for your support, as usual, my guy. Really appreciate you, guys. Now, look, guys, I know that, with Chelsea, look, this is the reality now. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? When you think about footballers these days, footballers will throw you under the bus quicker than anything, and in regards to Chelsea. And we all know that. We've been there before, haven't we, with certain teams. And, all the excuses will come out and the blame game will come out. Of course, the manager's always the one who gets the blame because he's like the front cover of the club, isn't he? He's basically the hitman of the club, isn't he? He's the one that everyone looks at, like, you know what I mean? And look, Rosenior was, I honestly felt that he was too, he was too small for the job, in my opinion. It was too much of a big job for me, in my opinion. I think the jump was too astronomical. I think he needed to get the respect of the players. I don't think he got the respect of the players. Unfortunately, that's a big thing. If you don't get the respect of the players, then, you're on a road to nowhere. It's a bit like what happened with David Moyes under Man United. He never quite got that respect from Man United. And even though, they should play for you. They should fight tooth and nail. They won't. And that's just the way football goes. He gets a 25 million odd payoff. He's going to be good. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's smiling right now. He can just go home and chill out. However, obviously that leaves his managerial career in tatters when you're thinking about it. Because when people look at you as a manager, they think, okay, look, you've got all the armor there in regards to the players, and you should be doing a lot better than that with those bunch of players, I'm sure. Kickoff is underway, guys. Manchester City with a must-win today, you would feel, against Burnley, and Man City do win, they will go top of the league, guys. Absolutely. Guys, absolutely. Big up, Will Bars 1. How you doing, my friend? Sal called the Rosina second this morning. Thank you so much, my friend. No problem at all. Big up, Bobby. Of course, big up. Players did town tour, mate. Unfortunately, there was rumors about the players didn't understand what they wanted him to do. They didn't understand what he wanted them to do, should I say. Good evening, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Good evening, Dylan. What's going on, my friend? Lyle Foster. Big up, my friend. Good to see you. Big up, Sal. Big up, Marcus. Good to see you again, my brother. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you as always, my guy. I hope everything is blessed with you. And thank you, everyone who tuned into the show earlier on with Lou. Of course, it was really good. Big up, my friend. Good to see you, of course, as usual. Bernard, with Chelsea sacking their manager, he shouldn't have been hired in the first place. I agree. And the club needs to act ASAP. Shame is for all the clubs suffered because of incompetencies of the owners. Yeah, he shouldn't have been appointed anyway. They shouldn't have taken him away from his job at Strasbourg, which he was doing very well, by the way, and sacked him. You know, it's diabolical, isn't it? I said that Chelsea should have went after a more experienced manager. If they were going to get a manager like Liam Messina, they should have got Cesc Fabregas. That's what I said, because Cesc Fabregas knows the club. Cesc Fabregas is played for, of course, Chelsea. I would have got Cesc Fabregas. I don't know where Liam Messina came from, like in regards to his managerial appointment. Who is making that appointment? Didn't they do their research? I don't know. Really poor. The club meeting MUFC, big up, my friend. The club meeting MUFC, yeah. Look, man, at the end of the day, this is why I think that it's going to be impossible for a manager to have longevity. Here comes Man City, almost a goal straight away, guys. They're almost a big attack there. Look, in regards to this, I would say that, it's very difficult for managers these days to stay at a club a long time. This longevity kind of thing is very rare. It is rare to have longevity in football these days. Sad as it is, I know, but it's just the way it is. Longevity doesn't exist anymore. Cesc doing a brilliant job at Comer. Absolutely fantastic job. Next big thing out of management, in my opinion. And whoever gets Cesc Fabregas will be very smart, I'm even saying this, guys, and I know it's a bit of a way out there thing, right? But I wouldn't even mind Cesc Fabregas at Man United. I'm being honest, and be quiet. I wouldn't mind, because I've been watching Cesc Fabregas. I've been watching the way he plays football. And if we're going to hire a manager like Michael Carrick, I think Cesc Fabregas has got it down. He's got it going. That guy is really good. But I think he honestly he should have went to Chelsea. He knows the football club. Here comes Burnley. Good save. It was a chance for Burnley there. Good save for Donnarumma. Burnley, of course, got nothing to play for. When you're being honest, they got nothing to play for today. Burnley just go through the motions. I don't think they've got anything to play for today. They relegated, basically. But yeah, they came close there. Maybe that might relax Burnley. So it might relax Burnley a little bit. Big interview, Tal. Big up, my friend. Thank you for your support as usual, Ephraim. Thank you so much, you legend. Chances of Chelsea going to swoop Enrico and the girls and United are going to sleep on the coach or a player that we want, and Chelsea might swoop though. Yeah, it's very true. Very, very true, Marcus. This is why I wanted Rosina to stay to the end of the season. But I had an inkling, I had a word from someone I trust that he will be sacked sooner rather than later. And look, they're going to go after managers that we want. Luis Enrique's up for grabs, isn't it? He hasn't signed his contract yet. Chance for Man City. This is going to be a goal, and it's off the bar. I can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. That was Mike with Dubravka with a magnificent save there. Ex-Man United, of course, briefly, of course, but that was a big chance for Manchester City there. Massive chance. Yeah, good play, though. Got it through, and what a save. What a save. Is it going to be one of those days for Manchester City? Who knows, guys? Who knows? When the goalkeeper turns into the best goalkeeper in the world for being one game. I've always rated Dubravka. I think Dubravka is a good goalkeeper. I've always said that he's a good goalkeeper. I always said that he's talented. Never really played for Man United much, did he? Only had a handful of appearances for Man United, of course. Yeah, but Man City have started very well. So have Burnley, to be honest. So the game has started relatively well. It's an open game so far, which we like to see. Of course, we don't like any pragmatic football like we saw in the Crystal Palace West Ham game. last night, which was absolutely painful, guys, to be honest with you. When I was watching that game, it was a little bit painful, if I'm being honest. Here come Man City. This is the chance now. This is Haaland. He's got a big chance here. And it is 1-0 to Manchester City. As easy as you like, guys. It is 1-0 already. Manchester City score. Guys, they are way open. They are wide open, Burnley. Wide open. 1-0 already. Game hasn't even started properly. We're 5 minutes on the clock. 1-0 to Manchester City, guys. And they are cooking at the moment, guys. Now, Burnley have to open up a little bit. That's going to be crazy, isn't it? Burnley have to open up a little bit. Yeah, 1-0 to Manchester City, guys. 1-0. Yeah, look, this game is going to be, look, you know, the last thing that Arsenal want is Man City racking up the goals today. Obviously, I think that Man City are 2 goals plus 2 goals behind Arsenal at the moment. That will be 1 now. But I do feel like they're going to be racking up the goals today. It's official. Arsenal have bottled the season. Man City is tied with Arsenal on goal difference. Is it tied on goal difference? Let me have a look. Let me just have a look at this. I'm not sure if it's tied. Is it tied? Or I think Arsenal's still ahead. No? Let me have a look. So let's have a look at the table, EPL table. So EPL table. I thought they were a little bit ahead, 2 goals. No, I think it's still 1 goal. I'm not sure. So goal difference, yeah, they're still +1 ahead. +1 ahead, guys. Arsenal still +1 ahead. No, it's level. Sorry, I'm wrong. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm looking at the points. It is plus nothing. They're 11 on points. They're 11 on points, 11 on goals now, guys. They've catched up with everything, guys. Unbelievable. Who would have thought that 2 weeks ago? Burnley are top, are going to get battered today. I think they're going to rip them apart, mate. I think Arsenal, it's too late, sir. Man City are going to run up the score. Yeah, it's going to be 4 or 5, mate, I think. I did say it. I said 4-1. That was my prediction today. I said 4-1 to Man City. I think it might even be more than that. The way that Burnley are playing, to be fair. I think it'd be 4-1. I do think that Man City will concede a goal, but I think that Man City are going to score a few goals. They'll rack up a few goals, in my opinion, I think. But yeah, look, 11 on points now, guys. As I said, who would have thought that 2 weeks ago when people were claiming that Arsenal were going to win the league? Arsenal have already won the league, apparently. You remember what? I mean, I've been on channels, and you know, I've spoken to loads of Arsenal fans, and you know, the smugness was unrivaled, guys. It was unbelievable, the smugness of Arsenal fans. Now they're 11 points. Here comes Man City again. Another chance, and it's over the bar. It could be 3-0 already, guys. It could be 3-0 already to Man City. They are absolutely dominating this game. Apart from that one shot from Burnley, Man City should be 2-0 up at least, guys, right now. Absolutely. Wow, Arsenal should be embarrassed. Yeah, they should be. I mean, 12... They only a couple of weeks ago, they had a chance to get 12 points clear. Dylan, Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Your time with it. Take your time. Yeah, you remember that? Wasn't that last season? And they still bottled the league. Anyway, here come Man City. Haaland here. No, Turkey here. Chance number 1. It's still out here to Doku. Doku retrieves the ball here. It was another chance for Man City. Another chance to make it 2-0. My goodness me. Burnley are struggling, guys. They're not up for it, are they? They're not up for it. They're already on the beach. Here we go. It's back out wide here to Semenyo. Semenyo out here to Turkey. Turkey again. Oh, you know, this could be a cricket score if they're not careful. Really could. This could be a quick cricket score. Second again, ole, ole, ole. My goodness me. You know, the funniest thing is, though, look, none of us like Man City. It's quite obvious. We don't like Man City, right? But the funniest thing is Arsenal fans saying that, you know what, why are we so obsessed with Arsenal? The thing is, we're not obsessed with Arsenal. It's the fans that turn people against Arsenal Football Club because of the way they are. They were talking about the quadruple in March, and there's evidence of that. There's evidence of them talking about the quadruple in March, guys. I mean, come on. I weren't talking about the treble in bloody April, guys, when we were going for the treble. I wasn't even talking about it in April. Ryan, good evening. How you doing, my friend? Big up, Sal. Looks like City are going to win the league, unfortunately. It's still a long way to go. I would say that. I mean, there is some tough games to go for to negotiate for Man City. They've got to go to Everton. They got to go to Bournemouth. It's a tricky game. I'm looking at Arsenal's fixture list, and you know, I don't feel like that they're going to lose any games. I don't think Arsenal are going to drop any points. Maybe Newcastle, but I think Newcastle are poor this season, in my opinion. I don't see it. I think Man City's fixture list is a little bit more trickier than Arsenal's, if I'm honest. But I think the grit is between Man City's teeth. And I think that they've got the mentality now just to go on and start winning. Once you go top and you've got that momentum, I can't really see them dropping now. I think they're going to go up. I actually think that Arsenal will drop some more points, though. Mentally, they're going to go all over the place. It's going to be a goal kick to Burnley. I hate saying this, Sal, but City do business better than us. Look at Kosanov, Gui, and Semenyo. What do they have in common? January signings. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that, Marcus. And the fact that the World Cup is on in the summer doubles down on that narrative, doesn't it? That they should have done some work. They should have got some work done to save them some time. You know, it's in the summer, you know, but they didn't do that. You know, we're running competently. They're not. They run better than us. And you'll know their ownership is better than us. They're owned by Abu Dhabi. We're owned by Prax, you know, at the end of the day. So, yeah, guys, you know, I know how efficient Abu Dhabi is. I live here. I'm in Abu Dhabi now. You know what I mean? And the way they do things is incredible. It's unbelievable. And, you know, as opposed to us. Kusanov growth has been very good. Yeah, he's gone leaps and bounds. He was expensive, though. He wasn't cheap, you know. Can you trust Arteta to do the masterclass in the next 5 games? I don't. No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, Ryan, no. I think mentally they're gone. They checked out, mate, mentally. I think they're gone. I think 2 defeats against Man City would do that to you. They lost, obviously, in the League Cup final. I thought that was a massive game to lose. They may downplay it and say it was the weaker cup. It was the less important cup. More bigger fish to fry and all that. But I won't put my money on them winning the remaining games. If I was to put money on someone winning the remaining games, it would be Manchester City winning the remaining games. I actually feel that if Man United were in the position that Arsenal were in, Man United would challenge more potently, more stronger than Arsenal, because I think it's a mentality thing. I really do. I think it's a cultural thing at Arsenal. It's just not working. Bobby, I still hope Arsenal win the Premier League over City. Yeah, I mean, I had that, but I can't see it. I had that. I get it. You know, Man City are our direct rivals. The thing is, you know, the fans really do turn you against Arsenal, don't they? They really do turn you against Arsenal. The fans are so unbearable sometimes. I really do think that. The Arsenal fans are just so unbearable. And I can't. I mean, they drive me mad, to be honest with you. The way they go on. As I said, they've got the ego of Real Madrid and the trophy cabinet of Blackburn Rovers. Not even Blackburn Rovers, you know, at the end of the day, Everton. Big up, Rob. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you, Rob. As usual, my guy. Hope everything is blessed with you. Arteta is deserved 1 more year super milk Mick Arteta. He's not going anywhere. Mikel Arteta is not going anywhere. Mikel Arteta will not be sacked. And that's as simple as that. Look, banter aside, right? Banter aside, before Mikel Arteta walked into Arsenal Football Club, Arsenal were just the banter club. You know, they were nowhere near the league title. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, in this league today, you have teams like Man City just can go out there and spend a bunch of money. And that's what it is, you know, and spend 100 million in January. You know, no one could do that, you know. However, I am going to say, to flip that a little bit, that Arteta has spent $1 billion on Arsenal and he should have won something, right? But I don't think they should sack Arteta. And I'm not saying that just to be banter. I don't think they should sack Arteta. I think they would be making a big mistake if they did that. He's got them getting results. They're in the Champions League semi-final. They challenge for the league title. All right, they're not winning the league title, but they're doing good. They're doing all right. You know what I mean? And then they got to win the league, though. They've got to win a trophy. If they win the Champions League, then you can say, yeah, fair play. You know what I mean? But hopefully they don't win the Champions League. My goodness me, that's the last thing you want as an Arsenal to win the Champions League. Arsenal fans on X, on social media in general, on YouTube, everywhere, mate, the way they are. And I guarantee you, Bobby, if Arsenal won the league, right, the first thing that they will mention if they won the league or if they won the Champions League, I guarantee you this, guys, remember it. If they won anything, the first thing they will mention is Manchester United. They'll be Manchester United. The first team that will come out of their mouth, not Tottenham, not Chelsea, not Liverpool, not Man City. Manchester United will come straight at their mouth. I guarantee you, guys. Here come Doku there. It's a chance now. Turkey, big chance for Man City. Man City looking for the second goal, guys. They can already be 3-0 up, in my opinion. And it's cleared away by Burnley. Frantic start here. A strong start from City. They know that they're getting down to business. I'll tell you, it's a good goal, but not elite. Yeah, right. Look, can he become elite? I don't know. Winning trophies makes you elite, and of course, if he went over the line, it would be like basically a big weight off his shoulders, and then he can go on the road to being elite. He's not elite, no. However, he is a young coach. I would add that to him. He is in his 40s, early 40s. So basically, I would say that he's not elite. But to become elite, he can become elite, but he's going to have to get over the line and he's going to have to win a few trophies, in my opinion. Absolutely. Big up, Mandem. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. Big up, Sal. Positions 1 and 2 are separated by goal difference, just like 3rd and 4th. This league is cooked, and next season it'll be atrocious than this one. I mean, look, as long as Man United capitalise on it, I don't mind. I think that Man United have got a very big opportunity to challenge for the league. I don't think it's in the realms of impossibility that Man United can go out there and challenge for a league title. I really don't, because I'm looking at this league, unless something miraculous happens, I can't see it improving dramatically next season. And I think Man United can really take advantage of that. How do we take advantage of that? Basically, sign some good players, sign the midfielders, fix the positions that need fixing. That's what we need to do. But, we're owned by incompetence, ain't we? And we have to remember that Man City are going to move forward as well. Chelsea might sign some players. Liverpool are going to sign some more players. And Arsenal will sign some more players, isn't it? So we have to have a generational window. We have to literally go harder than everyone else in the top 6, in my opinion, if we want to challenge for the league. Look, you look at the league now, when you look at the context of what happened this season, you think about the AFCON and you think about the players that were missing during the AFCON and the points that were missing, that we lost. We aren't that far away when you think about it. It's fine margins at the end of the day. It is fine margins, and I don't think we're that far away. Ryan, we need 3 midfielders minimum. I agree. Absolutely. 100%, mate, because we're in the Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup, and Premier League. You're going to need to rotate as well, and you need quality. At the moment, I think we're going to be left with Kobe Mainoo. That's the only real experienced midfielder that we're going to be left with. I don't think we're going to be have any more midfielders. I think Ugarte will be leaving. Casemiro will be leaving. I think Collier is going to be out the door. Sekou Kone will be on loan. I don't think there's anyone else. I mean, is it Jim Freites can play in midfield? Yeah, I mean, we've got a young lad like that who can possibly do it. I don't mind that. Absolutely not. But yeah, look, Man United need 3 midfielders. Man United need a left back, a right back, maybe a left midfielder, maybe another striker. A goalkeeper. We need a backup goalkeeper because obviously Vitek doesn't want to be a backup goalkeeper. He wants to be a first-team goalkeeper, which is impossible. Mandem, signing quality profiles changes a lot. We could actually challenge if we had a decent window. I actually felt we could have been challenging this season if we had a decent window. We had a 4 out of 10 window in the summer, right? Last summer. And I actually felt like if we signed a couple of midfielders in there, we will have about 10, 15 points more. I guarantee you. And that would be challenging for the league. You know what I mean? And that's the fine margins we're talking about. And that's what's so frustrating. That's what's so frustrating for me. The fact that, we're not as far away as people think, and, if only we backed the manager, and properly, then yeah, here comes City. Nearly a number 2, guys. Nearly a 2-second goal for Man City. They're begging for that second goal. They're going to get a second goal in a minute. To be fair, Burnley, since the goal, have defended quite well. They've defended quite well since the goal. But Man City do look like the team that are going to get the second, absolutely. This should be 2-3 up already. Got to take your chances, though, City. You know what? The old cliche, you don't take your chances. You know what I mean? You never know in Premier League football. You've got to take your chances. You have to take your chances, of course. Anyway, Man City do look composed. They look professional. They look like they're up for the task. They're not taking anything by chance. Here they are. I mean, I remember a month. I mean, I think it was about 3 weeks ago when Arsenal had the chance to go 12 points clear, and everyone was saying, oh, the league is over. It's over now. They've got the league. They're going to wrap up the league, and things like that. Not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not. Should have known, really. Should have learned our lesson, innit? Should have learned our lesson. Should have learned our lesson not to. Oh, that was a good block again from City. And it's going to be a free kick, handball. Mandem. if Arsenal bottled the quadruple, would quality players want to go there, considering they don't have the pool like us? I see them having a drop off next season. Don't know why people glaze them so much. People have been glazing Arsenal, Nan. You know who they are. They've been glazing Arsenal for years. Let me just give you a little insight in regards to that. Arsenal are the social media team, right? They're very potent online. And a lot of content creators and people like that like to feed into that. And I like to kind of attract that market in regards to the Arsenal fans, because there's so many Arsenal fans online. Not only that, in the media. I was in the media, obviously, 20 years. I was in the music industry. A lot of people in media support Arsenal, and this is why you get a lot of Arsenal glazing, and there you go. And a lot of Man United hating. Arsenal glazing, Man United hating, basically. That's what it is. Arsenal glazing, Man United hating. Ryan, do you think Rice has made a mistake to join Arsenal? Not necessarily. I think he's done all right at Arsenal. I think that Anderson is better than him. I think Anderson has a higher ceiling. I think Anderson will be a better player than Declan Rice. Let me mark my words. He will. I think he's slightly overrated, in my opinion. I think he's a very good player. I think all this talk about Ballon d'Ors and things like that is just ridiculous. I think he's a very good player. But I don't think that Declan Rice is a Roy Keane, for example. Do you know what I mean? I don't think so. I think he's a good player, and that's where the buck stops. Maybe a very good player, but he's nowhere near the top midfielders, in my opinion, of Premier League history. Definitely not. I just think he's a steady player. Can take a good corner kick, maybe the odd free kick, But as we know, with every single Arsenal fan, they do overrate every single one of their players. Every single one of their players is the best in the world, apparently. He's Ballon d'Or contender, apparently, Just to recap, guys, Liam Rossini has been sacked as Chelsea manager. Chelsea have acted quickly, had to spend a bunch of money to get him out of the football club as well, apparently in the region of 20 million, guys. Unbelievable. Someone is laughing all the way to the bank. If they bottle this league, this should surely be a case of study of some sort. They even hoodwinked rival fans into believing they were winning the league. I mean, to lose the league in this position, right, is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I would never envisioned it a few weeks ago. I said, nah, look, they're going to be 12 points clear. I can't see it. And the way Man City were playing as well, Man City weren't playing well. And I actually felt that, no, there's no competition for Arsenal. They're just going to walk this league. But there you go, guys. When the mentality starts coming in, winning mentality, and that's what Man City have. They have that winning mentality. And as soon as they got in a run, they put pressure on Arsenal. And here we are. They probably go top tonight. Just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, for Arsenal fans. But you've got to win your games. And that game against Bournemouth was massive when they lost at home to Bournemouth. That was massive. That was massive. That was a massive defeat. Their form hasn't been great. I think they're playing Newcastle next, if I'm not wrong. The only thing is that they've had the rub of the green in the Champions League. They've had a very easy draw in the Champions League. I mean, if someone told you in the Champions League you could play Sporting Lisbon in the quarterfinal, then you can play Atletico Madrid in the semi-final. Come on. But they're going to get a rude awakening in the final anyway. Here come Man City, and it's cleared away there. It's a corner to Man City, guys. Man City have got to take these chances. They're getting into good positions. 23 minutes gone, guys. 1-0 to Manchester City. They're getting into these good positions, but they're not capitalizing at the moment. If Arsenal lose the league this year, they will not challenge the title anytime soon. If Arsenal lose the league this year, I'm convinced they're not going to win the league under Arteta. I'm convinced. If Arsenal don't win the league this season, I think mentally they're going to be gone. They've had it, guys. 12 points, almost an opportunity to be 12 points clear in April. You know what I mean? And they bottle it. It's the greatest bottle job in football history. I'm telling you guys, it's the greatest bottle job in football history. I think it is. Yeah, Man United bottled leagues. Yeah, but we proved we can get over the line as well. That's the difference with us. Arsenal had a chance to win at least a double. And they were talking about a treble and a quadruple. They had a chance to at least win a couple of trophies. If they win nothing this season, it is a huge bottle job, guys. It is. to go from a quadruple to absolute zero. I think Liverpool did it, didn't they? I think Liverpool did it. Liverpool went from a quadruple to nothing. They were talking about a quadruple. Look, at the end of the day, the last thing you do is talk about it before it's happened. You know, you put that expectation on yourself, and that's what happens. Saved by Dubravka again. Cherky again. Yeah, it's a very dominant display for Man City, to be fair. They've been very, very good. They score one more goal. They go ahead of Arsenal on goal difference. I don't know how the league works when you're level on goals and level on points. Is it alphabetical order or is it head-to-head? If it's head-to-head, I think it'd be Man City would be top because it was a draw at the Emirates and Man City won at the Etihad, if I'm not wrong. Funny, though, isn't it, that Man City at the Etihad, they're the Abu Dhabi, and Arsenal at Emirates, they're Dubai, you know. Anyway, here's Semenyo, guys. Semenyo on the right. Out here, good cross. It's gone straight back to the keeper again. I think Man City are looking to really rubber stamp that goal difference here. I think they're really looking to get that goal difference up. But they have to be careful because whilst it's only 1-0, anything can happen, you know. 26 minutes gone, guys. 1-0 to Man City. Courtesy of Haaland. It was a great ball, great finish of Haaland. A magnificent finish from Haaland, to be fair. They were wide open, though, Burnley, for that goal. I mean, I was surprised how wide open they were for that goal. It's quite surprising, if I'm being honest with you. They were quite wide open. If they're going to win, make a game of it. Don't bore us to death, Burnley. The minute that second goal it goes in, the floodgates were open, guaranteed. I know. Yeah, I know. I said 4-1. If it goes 2-0, it could be more than that. It could be 6-0. You know, if it's 5-6-0, you know, then Arsenal in big trouble. Because if it finishes level on points at the end of the season, and the goal difference is going to be massive, isn't it? I don't think it will. I think Man City will run away with the league now. I think they will run away with the league. Difficult games I foresee them: Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and good save by De Bruyne. De Bruyne's having a game of his life again. It should be 2-0 by now. It should be 2 or 3-0 already, guys. De Bruyne's had a couple of shots, saves there. He's playing well today. Of course, he couldn't do nothing about the goal, but he's been saving. Oh, goodness me. I mean, Burnley could have been out of sight by now if it wasn't for Dubravka. Yeah, should have saved it, but they're really pressing up high, Man City. Very impressive so far. Very impressed with them. You know what irritates me is, like, you know, when Amorim lost his job and we appointed Darren Fletcher. I think that was the problem. I think we should have got Carrick straight away. Don't know what that Darren Fletcher thing was all about. We got knocked out the FA Cup and we drew this game against Burnley 2-2, didn't we? You know. Mark Gui, he's lost the ball there. Do Burnley have a chance to counter attack? They got 2 against 2 here. They got 2 against 2, and he's clean. He's clean through. And it's over the bar. It's over the bar. This is what Man City got to be careful of this. You know, I mean, they're only 1-0 up. I don't think they should go gun-ho. Once they go 2-0 up, for me, Man City need to just calm down a little bit. They don't need to go gun-ho here. Look, they had basically at the beginning, they had this counter-attack from Burnley. They had no one. They had no one at the back. It's crazy when you're thinking about it. They're 1-0 up. They've got to be careful. This is a league you're talking about. You know, you can't be messing around. These teams will punish you. You know, look, Burnley got nothing to lose. Burnley be out here thinking, you know what, we got nothing to lose. We're going to get relegated. You know, might as well just go out there and enjoy ourselves. You know, and try and cause an upset. So you got to be careful there. Absolutely. They better wake up, Marcus. Big up, Beef Bully. How you doing? I say agree, have the harder games. They do have the harder games. The only thing is that City have the better mentality, don't they? It's the equalizer, isn't it? Like in regards to their mentality. Anyway, City trying to calm things down a little bit. Yeah, they've gone a little bit frantic this last few minutes. They should be 2-0 up, to be fair. They've got another opportunity here. Semenyo is on the right, guys. Will Semenyo get the ball in early? No, it's going to come out here to Doku. Doku getting in the box, and that's going to be a corner to Manchester City. Yeah, man, I think Burnley are struggling there. Even Burnley are now, they're breathing hard here. They're struggling here. I can see Man City getting the goals that they need. Definitely, I think the floodgates will open. Definitely. That second goal goes in. It's like damage limitation for Burnley, in my opinion. Dubravka's injured. Big blow. He's been their man of the match so far. Looks like his knee. Yeah, that's a big blow for Burnley. He's been brilliant. He's made a couple of good saves. Yeah, he looks like he's injured. He looks like he's injured here. Yeah. Yeah, once you start looking at knee, then that's a problem, isn't it? The knee is a big thing. Guys, don't forget to smash a like on the way in, guys. If you could do that for me, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone, supporting the channel. Really appreciate you all. Great peeps, of course. He hit his knee on the post, so it isn't a ligament. So, yeah, if it's basically a knock injury, it's an impact injury, so it's not going to be that bad. Could be bruised. Yeah, he's all right. Could be bruised. Anyway, it's a corner to Man City. Can Man City capitalize on this domination? Can they get a second goal here? I don't think Man City could have wished for a better game, to be honest with you. Burnley, as your game in hand, don't think they could have wished for a better game. Cleared away. That's a poor corner, that one. All right, Nori with a poor corner there. It should have, yeah, so it hit the first man. I don't think that was a good corner. Get Cherky to take the corners next time. Throw in. 11 attempts on Man City already. 5 on target. 4 for Burnley. It's a quite an open game, to be fair. It is an open game. 4 opportunities for Burnley. They haven't been completely out of the woods. And they have there's some empty seats there though. You know, making Man City feel just like at home. Some empty seats at Burnley. Those who know no Turf Moor. They know Burnley. Whoever's been to Burnley, man, that place is like walking in the past. Walking in the past. Clearance from Dubravka here. Well won there in the air. Doku. Semenyo. He loses the ball there. Burnley with an opportunity to get the ball out. Burnley just trying to calm things down. Man City players on the floor. I think it's Doku. He's on the floor. Looks hurt. Yeah, this is always going to be a physical game. Oh, that looks a little bit dodgy on Doku, to be honest with you. That looks like a little bit of a twist. This one definitely isn't an impact, but he's all right. He's got up. Yeah, good. He's all right for him. He's up. He's fine. I thought it was a little bit of a twist. That's when you can get the danger in it with the ligament damage and things like that, isn't it? You know, you can get the ligament damage. Cleared away there. Guri clears it away. Haaland on the ball. Ait Nori. Back to Guri. Mark Gay. Donnarumma. Cleared again. He's brought down by Burnley. Burnley looking to get back into the game here. We've had a lot of storm so far. This could be a long ball. If he passes it right, no, he keeps the ball. Cherky, good play. Can he pass it out wide to Semenyo? Cherky going all the way. This is absolutely fantastic, Cherky. Oh, he nearly caught his man there. Nearly, that would have been... I thought he was going to go all the way. That would have been an absolute generational goal. But Man City get the ball back. Here's Doku. Gets it back. Really defending deep, Burnley here. They've got about 11 men They got the all 11 men in the box defending this. Turkey, Nori, Doku, Gay. It's Doku again. Doku on the left-hand side. Can he get the ball in? A good chance. This is... Oh, it's too high from... who was that? That was Ike Nori again. What's wrong with Ike Nori when he's finishing? That's a poor finish, to be honest with you. That should have been just finessed into the corner. Didn't need too much power. Look, oh, that's an awful shot. Come on, mate. You got to put that in the back of the net. That was a great mazy run there by Turkey. Turkey's been one of their players of the season, to be honest. I'll be honest, guys. Been one of their players of the season. Don't you think? I really think he's come on leaps and bounds when it mattered this season. I think whatever people say about Turkey, he has been one of their better players this season. I think he's a contender for their player of the season. Definitely. That's offside. No. So throw into Man City here. We're basically in the 35th minute, guys. 36th minute, and it is 1-0 to Man City, guys. Should be a lot more. Should be more goals in this game, definitely. But it is 1-0 at the moment. 1-0 to Manchester City. They're looking like in pole position, guys. Arsenal, of course, will be sitting there with their Burnley shirts. Hoping Burnley can do something. Praying Burnley can do something, but how open Burnley are, I just can't see it, to be honest with you. See, I definitely can see Man City getting a couple of more goals, to be honest. Guys, if you're new here, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Why not? And smash a like on the video, guys. Really good to have you on board. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Here come Burnley. Burnley with the ball, keeping the ball, trying to keep things composed. As soon as Man City get the ball, Burnley, about 8 of them go running straight into the defensive line. Here comes Semenyo on the right. Another chance here. Oh, he passed it too hard there, Semenyo. What's he doing? That was a way too hard. Turkey there. Yeah, that was a hard pass. Yeah, maybe Turkey should have controlled it, to be fair. Maybe he should have controlled it. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh there. Yeah, guys, thank you for joining me earlier on today for my, obviously, I like to get some guests on sometimes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do more of that, of course. Got loads of special guests coming on soon. So it'd be great to let me know what you think. Who should I get on the channel? That's a question, you know. Marcus, I think we had bought Turkey cheap, a transfer fee, by the way. The loss of Bruno in the near future might not have been a big deal because Turkey essentially plays in Bruno's position. No, yeah, I agree, Marcus. And the fact that Man United played against Turkey last season for Lyon, and we knew how good he was, and we still didn't purchase him, shows how incompetent we are, Marcus. There's a gap in the market there. He was relatively cheap. Got that ability to pass through the lines and stuff. Really poor for Man United. Man United are poor in the transfer market. We're one of the worst, mate, I would say. We have been like that for years. You know, I hoped that things would change. I hope that things change in the future. You know, but you know what the narrative was, Marcus? Some of the fans tried to gaslight me into thinking we shouldn't sign Turkey because he done some action with his man parts in the game against Man United. And I was saying, right, I say, what's the big deal? He's showing a bit of personality. So what? Like, I expect a little bit of rivalry. It's Lyon against Man United. He plays for Lyon. And I was like that. And people are like, oh, we shouldn't sign him. He shouldn't be doing that. You know, Honestly. We do it to ourselves sometimes, honestly. But now he's playing for Man City. And I think he's been probably Man City's best player in the last few weeks. Definitely. What I've seen, he's the one unlocking the door. He scored a fantastic goal against Arsenal at the weekend, you know. Oh, nearly straight in there. Good corner. And cleared away. Another free kick to Burnley. Burnley, man. Goodness me. Snowflakes, mate. Like, you know, when you grab your cojones, like he did, right? He was just doing it as a joke, right? Tongue in cheek. We ended up winning the game anyway. We had the last laugh. So why not? Why are we trying to police things and we're trying to police personality? You know, people act like we didn't have big personalities playing under Alex Ferguson. You know, it's ridiculous. I just feel like, you know, we do it to ourselves. And you know, what I said is that Ineos will see that, Glinios will see that, and then they'll look at that and think, oh, the fans don't want him. You know, the way Glinios think, they don't think for themselves. They're going to say the fans don't want him. So what we're going to do, we're not going to sign Cherky, you know. Cleared away there. 1-0 to Man City so far, guys, in this crucial top of the table clash in the league. Can Haaland get that? He gets there. Now here is Doku. Doku on the attack on the left-hand side. We've got Man City players in the box. Oh, I hit the first man. Shouldn't be doing that, mate. Gay, guys. Silva. Doku is back to Doku again. It's another poor one from Doku, mate. Doku, you got to get your passing right, mate. You can have all the running you want. You don't get that pass right, there's no point. Passing and crossing, mate. It's a silly pass, mate. Yeah, it was poor. A couple of moments like that for Man City. A little bit sloppy in the final third. A little bit sloppy there. Need to do a little bit better in regards to that. And whilst it's still 1-0, you never know. Of course, you never know whilst it's still 1-0. However, I do think Man City will score a few goals. Burnley were tired with all this defensive work. They were tired, and I think Man City will end up scoring another couple of goals to be honest with you. Yeah. And this is the thing you have to contend with, innit? Because Man City will, obviously, if they win the league, they'll go out and buy another couple of players. They're very good players. And, you know, obviously interesting to see what Pep Guardiola is going to do. Is Pep Guardiola going to leave? I think Pep Guardiola will stay to the end of his contract. I don't think he's going to leave. I think he'll stay to the end of his contract, honour his contract, and then he'll move on, in my opinion. Doku here. Can he catch it? He can. Good ball this time, and it's cleared for a corner. Burnley clear is going straight to Haaland there. Cleared for a corner. Cleared for a corner here, guys. We've got about 3 minutes to half-time. It's flown by, to be fair. It's been a good game. That was better from Doku, to be fair. That was a good cross from Doku. Better from Doku. Yeah, it's been a good game, to be honest with you. Pass is short. And it's cleared away by Burnley. Shot comes in straight at Dubravka there. Weak shot. Obviously, look, if Man City win this game, obviously Arsenal will be hoping that the score remains low. I think this is such a big opportunity for Man City to score some goals, to absolutely annihilate that goal difference. I think this is going to be so important. I'll try and get a second before half time to get a third and a fourth. I think that would be suffice. Even a 3-0 win would be all right for them, I think. It's a free kick to Burnley. Burnley are defending for their lives, to be honest with you. They're defending for their lives. They're really going for it, Burnley. Defensively, but they've got to be an attacking outlet as well. Of course, Scott Parker is the manager of Burnley, former Fulham and England player. Charlton he started at. You know, a little fact about Scott Parker, he first came into prominence as a kid. He was on a McDonald's advert, and he was doing kick-ups in a garden. Who remembers that? The manager of Burnley. This was like way back in the early 90s, mid-90s. Throw in here. He ended up playing for Charlton, and the rest. He played for Chelsea as well, I think. And the rest is history. Mark Gay here. Out in the middle. O'Reilly. O'Reilly loses the ball in the middle. Not a good place to lose the ball. And that's going to be a throw into Burnley. Don't think there'd be much injury time in this game. I think the game has flown by, to be honest with you. Nothing in the way of injuries. I mean, obviously we had the Dubravka thing. Maybe a little bit Doku, but Doku got up straight away. But probably about a 1 minute injury time. But it does look like the inevitable is going to happen. I think Man City will score a couple of more goals in the second half. I think Burnley will tire. Absolutely. Marcus, knowing Pep, halftime adjustments will be made, and I expect them to score first 10 minutes. I expect them to win 2 or 3-0 now. I think they should be. They should go for goals. I really do. I think this is an opportunity for them to get goals, and this is an opportunity for them to clear up that goal difference, because it could come down to goal difference, and this is, I think this is Man City's hardest game, in my opinion. Easiest game, sorry. Oi, they got a corner, Burnley. This is Man City's easiest game. Yeah, they almost got there. It's the first real opportunity, second opportunity, should I say. Ryan, Arsenal fans saying if City don't win the league, they will be the biggest bottle of jobs in the history of football. What are they trying to do? Reverse psychology? No. Imagine them trying to call Man City bottlers. Guys, I don't like Man City, but come on. I mean, imagine trying to say that. Like, they've done it. They've been there. They've done it. They've won it. They've done it. Arsenal haven't. I mean, imagine trying to call Man City bottlers. My goodness me. No, they are the bottlers. If they bottle this league, it's the biggest bottle job in Premier League history. One of the biggest in football history in general. Absolutely. We all know all about goal difference when Aguero scored that last-minute goal years ago. Yeah. Goal difference is so important, mate. If you got an opportunity, go out there, score goals, man, because you can get those moments. I'm convinced that Aguero moment, though, that was fixed for me. I'm convinced by that. Obviously, the goalkeeper, Paddy Kenny, was the goalkeeper for QPR that day. Already admitted on Twitter, his own words, that he let in the goals. That's why I don't agree with Sam is saying that United are worse than Arsenal fans. You know what I would say, Ryan? I think it is. Let me just say, like, Ryan, I'm from London, you're from London, right? I don't know if you're from London, but I'm from London, right? And I think basically, halftime, guys, Man City won, Burnley 0, well-deserved lead for Man City. What I would say in regards to that is that everyone has their own separate experiences in football. Everyone has their own experiences of fans in football. Some people, like me, I was raised with Arsenal fans all around me. My next door neighbors were Arsenal fans, and I know how obnoxious and arrogant and delusional they can be. And some people, they live somewhere else and they have different experiences. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. And I think we can't blame people for that. For me, Man United are not the most annoying fan base, because when I was growing up, and Man United were dominant for 20 years, by the way, right? For 20 years, growing up, Man United fans were quite humble, considering what we won, considering what we achieved for 20 years, considering that we dominated football for 20 years. I think Man United are quite humble, The fact that people hate Man United, that's fine. I don't mind being hated. I think it's part of football. I don't mind. And however, Arsenal fans are the worst fan base in football. If I go around with a microphone right now and I walk around the streets of Abu Dhabi, or I go to Italy, where I just come from, everyone would tell you who's the most arrogant and most delusional fan base in football. A lot of them will say Arsenal, even in other countries. Big up, Ryan. Big up, of course. Sorry, I should know that. I know who you are, of course. Sorry, mate. I know who you are. Big up. Marcus, even if United are unbearable, it's because we win trophies. But we weren't, though. In my opinion, what I can remember, we weren't arrogant. We backed it up with facts. And I wasn't arrogant. Like, when we won, I was very humble, to be fair. I regret being so humble now. I do. Honestly, I regret being so bloody humble. I regret being so nice, because I was, Now, look, I left school in 1998 and Arsenal won the double. So I didn't get a chance to see the treble at school, but I was in college. Even then, I wasn't like smug when we won the treble. I was delighted for my own self. I was delighted for Man United, and that's what I was happy about. I was just happy for Man United. If Arsenal win something big, if they won the league or the Champions League, you know as well as I do, the first thing they're going to do is, oh, but Man United didn't win this. Man United didn't win that. You know what they're going to do. And you're going to see it if they ever did win a big trophy. You're going to see, what did Man United win? When was the last time Man United won the league? Guys, you just need to look at Thai and AFTV to know what they're like, you know? We got over the line, yeah. We got over the line multiple times. That's the thing, multiple times. We dominated football for 20 years. This cannot be underestimated. That's why when people try to pick their best teams in history of the Premier League, it should be dominated by Man United players. Bournemouth 0, Leeds United 0, by the way, at half-time, guys, in the other Premier League game. Yeah, Bournemouth 0, Leeds United 0. Here is 1-0 to Manchester City. Manchester City, are they top in the league at the moment? Let me just have a look at the table at the moment. Man City are indeed top in the league at the moment. They're both on goal difference, 37. Goals against is less for Arsenal, but goals against for Man City is more. But I do think goals for, it goes for goals for, doesn't it? So goals for is 66 for Man City and 63 for Arsenal. So if it ends like level on goal difference, they'll go by goals scored, if I'm not wrong, you know. So Man City are top of that with 3 at the moment. Another reason for Man City to go out there and try and score a couple of more. I think if they don't win 3-0, they'll be very disappointed, in my opinion. I think if they don't win 3-0, they'll be disappointed. I think this is a good opportunity, a massive opportunity for them, you know, to get a couple of goals. The goal that Man City had, it was a very good goal. Great run. What a finish, guys. That's what I'm talking about, a finish. That's a world-class finish, to be honest. That is how you finish. It's a very good goal. Very, very good. Stephen, big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, mate. God, I can't see City winning another title. For God's sake, please, no. I know, mate. What can we do, mate? I said it like before. We've got to look after ourselves. Man United have got to look after ourselves. We've got to make sure that we're not in this position again. We've had to deal with Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, title challengers, title winners, right? We've had to deal with that. I mean, I've never wish it on my worst enemy. I don't want to be sitting here at the end of the season preferring that team or preferring that team to win. It's like choosing between my finger and my thumb to keep. You know, I want to be saying, Man United have got a chance to win this league. Man United can do this. That's what I want. You know, hopefully we do. Hopefully, next season, we get some players in and hopefully we can get off to a really good start and start winning some football matches and get up that top of the league right at the beginning and stay there. You know, go out there and absolutely smash it. Go out there and absolutely win the opening 5 games of the season. Obviously, it does depend who you play. Man United always have hard starts to the season. It does depend. Yeah, I'm just watching through the charts. Yeah, Dubravka for me has been the man of the match at the moment. He saved a lot of goals here. Man City should be well clear at the moment. They should be very, very well clear. Whilst it still remains 1-0, though, you know what? It's still advantage. You know, there's still a chance in regards to Burnley. There is still a chance whilst it is 1-0. And Man City have really got to get that second goal, in my opinion. Really do. Let's take off my jacket. They got to get that. They definitely got to get that second goal. Absolutely. You know, it only takes a set piece in football, doesn't it? It only takes a set piece, guys, for everything to change. We've been there, guys. We know it ourselves when we lost the league in 2012. We saw that Wigan game. You remember Wigan? Everyone said, oh, you're going to beat Wigan. Wigan is going to be easy. You're going to beat Wigan, blah, blah, blah. And what happened? We gave them an opportunity and we lost an 8-point lead. That's what we did. I think Burnley have had one real clear chance. Or 2 real clear chances, to be honest with you. Fletcher with a very good chance was. They haven't been without their chances, to be honest, Burnley. They have had a couple of chances here. They have been cleaned through a couple of times as well. Not clinical enough. Lacking quality, definitely. Definitely lacking quality. They're getting good positions sometimes, Burnley, but they lack that quality. Another team that is just a yo-yo club. Go down, come up, go down, come up. That's what Burnley do, isn't it? Right now, the league looks like it's Burnley are on 20 points. But at the moment, Burnley are 13 points to level it up with West Ham. They'll be relegated today. 3 games left. Are they already relegated? Shouldn't they already be relegated? No, if they win today, they won't be relegated. They win today, they'll still have a small chance. 3, 6, 9. So they win today 10. I think they're relegated already. So West Ham have got 33 points. All right. Burnley have got 20 points. If Burnley lose, they're relegated anyway. If Burnley win, they're 23 points. They're still 10 points behind West Ham with only 4 games to go. 3, 6, 9, 12. So they have to win today, which looks unlikely. Malcolm, how you doing, my friend? Malcolm in the middle. All right, lad. Burnley is a horrible place, just like Manchester, lad. Oi, don't go there, my friend. Don't go there. Marcus, when Leicester had that Cinderella run to the EPL trophy years ago, neutrals were rooting for them because it seemed like an unlikely feat. With Arsenal, people don't want them to because of their fans are bloody annoying. Their fans are not annoying. They're generational annoying. They are actually, you would be so unbearable, guys. It would be the worst thing, let me tell you, if they won the league. It'd be the worst thing that could possibly happen. Big up, Tuto. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see the legend in the house. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you. City to win the Premier League this season, and Man U would challenge the leagues that season. Come on, my guy. Come on. Big up, Tuto. With all the latest Italian football news, of course. Absolutely brilliant channel. If you like Italian football, go and subscribe to them. Really good channel, guys. Absolutely. Every single morning. Early in the morning. Earlier than me. But, you know, yeah, they're early in the morning. They're in America, I think they are. So that's why they're probably earlier. But definitely check out Tuto. Calcio Pod. Yeah, big up yourself. So we're waiting for the second half to start, guys. The second half, we are waiting for it to go and, of course, and kick off. Now, being from London, like, you know, I've seen it with my own eyes, guys. I've seen how bad Arsenal fans are. I've seen how bad they can be. I've seen how delusional, how full of themselves they can be. You know, whenever you speak to an Arsenal fan, you know, their player is always the best. Their player is always the best in the world, the best of all time. Whether that be Henry, Vieira, David Seaman, Raya, Rice. Rice doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or, guys. I'm going to say this now on Stretford Post. Rice does not deserve the Ballon d'Or. I don't get this thing. I don't get it. That guy goes in front of the camera and speaks because he knows the camera's in front of his face. Like, man. Bruno's had a better season than Declan Rice, in my opinion. Marcus, I won't lie. I miss the days when Italian football was a powerhouse. Yeah, way back in the 90s. Yeah, back in London, we used to have, back in the UK, we used to have, we didn't used to have like a lot of football on because football was like on Sky most of the time. But what we used to have every Sunday, we used to have Football Italia, which used to come on a Sunday. And they would have a Football Italia game, a game from Serie A, and on the Sunday. And I used to love watching that. But back then, back in those days, Italian football was monstrous, mate. It was different, you know, absolutely. Gazzetta dello Sport is the Gazzetta Football Italia. Gazzetta dello Sport is the newspaper. Yeah, Football Italia was Gazzetta Football Italia. Yeah, Gazzetta dello Sport. I just come from Italy. I've been 2 months in Italy, guys. 2 months. I've been there. Yeah. Lovely food, mate. It's always lovely food. It's always lovely food. All right, waiting for the second half to start, guys. Going through the motions at the moment. Big up Tony Curtis joining the stream, of course. Big up yourself. Hope you're well, my man. Midnight where I am at the moment. Midnight at the Oasis. Inter Milan. I think Inter Milan will win the Scudetto at the weekend if they win, if I'm not wrong. Am I right? Let me see. If Inter Milan defeat Torino, if Inter Milan defeat Torino on Saturday or Sunday, on Sunday, Do they win Serie? Oh. Based on the standard, April 24, if it is on Sunday, they will officially win a Scudetto. There you go. Provided that Milan does not win against Juventus in the weekend's other fixture. Ah, okay. Okay. I might have to do a double watch along for that then. I get it. The TV show out on Sunday on Channel 4. Yeah, every Sunday used to be with was great. And you used to have the highlight show, didn't you, in the Saturday morning, wasn't it? About 11 o'clock. Yeah, I remember it very well. I remember it. Great times, man. That was the only free football we could watch. We had Division 1 as well. Marcus, once the Del Pieros and the Baggios, the Tottis and Italian League retired, it seemed downhill after the pit. I mean, you talk about Italian football, every single team had great players. Every single team. When you think about Parma, for example, Parma weren't even the best team in Italy, and they had Faustino Aspria, Thomas Brolin, Nesta, Sensini, Dino Baggio, and Dino Baggio. Unbelievable. Marky Mark, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. After in the community, big up. Good to see you, my guy. I'm very well. Thank you for joining, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Teams are walking out the tunnel. Enrico Chiesa, yeah. Gabriel Batistuta. That team the teams that Man United defeated on the way to the treble, guys, the Juventus and Inter Milan team, just look at the stack of talent. That was a proper treble, mate. That was an absolute generational treble. James Richardson, that's the one. With his newspaper, the Gazzetta dello Sport, isn't it? With his, yeah. I liked him, he was good. I think he was really good. I think he's underrated. Yeah, they had David Platt, they had Tilio Lombardo, Sampdoria, absolutely. They were absolutely monstrous team as well, man. Every team in that league, to be honest with you, you think about it, every team. Gianluca Vialli, I think, started at Sampdoria, didn't he? God rest his soul. Yeah. You look at Italian football back then. It's just different, different levels. Thomas Scuravi, pick up Tony. Yeah, he was at Sampdoria. Yeah, they produced some good players. David Platt was at Sampdoria. You know who else was at Sampdoria? Lee Sharp. Lee Sharp played for Man United. He was at Sampdoria for a little bit. Do you remember when Lee Sharp went to Sampdoria all those years ago? Serie A was so difficult then, though, for players to come in, especially from the Premier League, because it was such a difficult league. Burnley will be kicking off the second half, guys, from right to left. Burnley will be kicking off. We're ready to go. We're ready to go for the second half in this crucial top of the table clash, guys. Not Burnley, but Man City. Crucial. Here we go, guys. Game has kicked off. It is in their destiny. Now, talent back then, not only in Serie A, in general in football, it was just on a different level. It was on a different level. You just even look at the Premier League, you look at the players that didn't get in the England squad. You look at the strikers that didn't get in the England squad, Andy Cole, Matt Letizia. You look at these players, Robbie Fowler couldn't even get in the England squad, England team, should I say. Cross comes in. Oh, from Burnley. Good start from Burnley. Burnley started off very quickly here. Not giving up. They're not giving up, Burnley. They're definitely not giving up. They started quick already. They started fast already. Fast, frantic. Fast and frantic. Yeah, I think Man City definitely need to try and get that second goal. They definitely try. It's gone back to Man City here. It's a big chance for Man City here. They've got the chance now. Here is Semenya, bad control. That was poor control for Semenya. Just a couple of times he's done that, you know. Done that a couple of times against Arsenal, to be fair. His control is let him down a couple of times. Anyway, Burnley have gotten away with it so far. Burnley should really be out of sight now. It should be 3-4-0 to Man City. But Man City are not being ruthless today. Definitely not. They're not got the ruthlessness about them today. Definitely not. Cherky. Semenyo. Marcus. I'm going to invest more time in the Bundesliga next season. Every time I tune in one of their games, the atmosphere and it's a great atmosphere, yeah. When I get myself sorted out, I'm going to get more. I'm going to do more watch-alongs, guys. You guys can get involved with the, especially Bundesliga and stuff like that. Definitely going to be doing more watch-alongs. Of course, Mark Goldbridge has the rights for Bundesliga. Of course, you can watch it on there. Don't know if he gets all the games though, does he? Is Man City. Man City now looking assured back in this half. Guys, can they get that second goal? Can they get it? Chance now. They lose the ball again. They're doing too much, but Burnley are really playing for their lives at the back. Burnley are really playing for their lives. Don't want Burnley helping Arsenal, for goodness sake. You might as well lose 3-0. Don't just, Here come Burnley though in the Man City half. Whilst it's still 1-0, you never know. Whilst it's still 1-0, it's game on. One back here in the middle. Now this is some space for Cherky to run into. Man City have got overlappers here. They've got Haaland on the left, Semenyo on the right. It's going to be, is it? And another poor finish from Semenyo. I think he should have took it himself. I think it was Silva, was it? Bernardo Silva? No, it was Cherky. Cherky should have took it himself. He should have controlled it with his right foot. So he tried to control it with his left foot. Yeah, it's a poor finish, if you ask me. If you ask me, that's a poor finish. A couple of times, Semenyo, look, see, Pep's not happy. A couple of times I've saw it against Arsenal. Semenyo's been very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. In his control, in his passing range. Very, very sloppy. Big chances as well, Chance, you see here, chance of Burnley could have been. This is what we're talking about. You miss your chances. Burnley will just have one opportunity, and there you are. All right, Nori. Kusanov. Clearance. It's good defending, to be fair. Good defending there. But that's what we're talking about. You don't take the chances, they can come back into the game. You've got to take your chances there. You really got to take the chance. Pep's furious. See, I know what I'm talking about. These opportunities, they got to get these goals. And if you can't shoot, if you find it difficult to shoot, look up and pass back. Don't just blast it over the bar. Oh, slip there. Oh, it's one back by Man City. Big up, Greg. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything should be demanding Giants. Yeah. Hopefully we will be in the summer. We'll be the kings of excuses. No value in the market. Who remembers that? No value in the market. Who remembers that time? My goodness me. 51 minutes gone, still 1-0 to Man City. Man City have missed an array of chances in this game. Should be really clear, to be honest with you. And they may live to regret those missed chances. This league could go down to goal difference. This, for me, is Man City's easiest game. They should really be trying to get more than one goal here. You know what I mean? 2-0 is not bad. But if I was Man City, I'm thinking this is an opportunity to score 3 and 4, you know, and really rubber stamp that goal difference. Here's City now on the attack. Can they get that second goal, Man City? Can they get that second goal? Cleared by Burnley. Well tackled there. Well spotted. So as we stand, Man City are top of the league with goals scored, 66 to 63. So that's going to be a thing. If I believe that it is going by goals scored, if it's head-to-head, Man City win that as well. Because Man City drew away at the Emirates, and they beat Arsenal at the Etihad, of course. So at the moment, they are top of the league as we stand. But they would be thinking that they really want to make it more convincing, get a few goals ahead, make it clear. Because at the moment, it's nearly level, identical. Marcus, I'm sure Arsenal is just praying to score like it stays like this. I mean, it's goals as that. I mean, we need goals, mate. I like goals. I like big goals, and I cannot lie. Tony, what's the lead score? 0-0 at the moment. Do you want Spurs to go down or West Ham? Oof. I don't really care. Can I be honest with you, Tony? I don't care, but if I was going to pick a team to go down, I would prefer West Ham because I think West Ham are absolute frauds. Let me tell you why West Ham are frauds. West Ham, their whole season is playing against Man United. That is their season. That is West Ham's season. Play against Man United, beat Man United. That's their season. And they've cost us league titles, West Ham. F West Ham. But really, honestly, I won't lose any sleep whoever goes down. I find it funny. But I think Tottenham are going down. I think Tottenham in a bad way. I really do. I think they've got a good result against Sunderland. I think De Zerbi's a good appointment. I just think that in big problems, mate. West Ham really missed an opportunity against Crystal Palace because Crystal Palace played in Europe. And if West Ham won that game, it would have been 4 points clear of Spurs in the bottom, fourth from bottom. And now they drew against Crystal Palace. They took a draw. It looked like they were content with a draw. Chance off the post. My goodness me. It's not going in for Man City. Are they going to regret this, guys? Are they going to regret this? It's off the post. Off the post, guys. Are they going to regret it? There you go. Marcus, do you know if Tottenham has ever been relegated, Sal? Yeah, I think they have. But you're looking at 1930s, if I'm right. 1930s, 1940s. Let me check if I'm right. If I'm right, I'm a genius. One sec. Have Spurs ever been relegated? Oh, they have been relegated. 1977. Yes, Tottenham also has been relegated from the top 5, but not since 1977. So they haven't been relegated. Obviously, they haven't been relegated for the Premier League as much as they deserve it. They have also been relegated in 1935. I got it right. You see, 1914-15, 1927-28, 1934-35, 1976-77. It's funny that because they did win the FA Cup a few years later. The last relegation in 1977 was under Keith Birkinshaw. Spurs dropped to the second division, but immediately gained promotion back to the top tier following that season. So they have been relegated. Arsenal have been relegated as well. Arsenal have been relegated in the 1920s or something. Arsenal have been relegated once in their history, 1912-13 season. Remember it well. I remember it well. 977, Tony. Tony's got this. He's got it all day long. Big up, Tony. Sal, since you brought up the Bundesliga earlier, Leverkusen trailed Bayern Munich 1-0. Who scored? Harry Kane, Greg? Harry Kane's absolutely smashed it. They've already won the league anyway, haven't they? Bayern. Semenyo loses the ball again. Not a good minute, but he wins the ball well there. Well done. Out here to Silva. Wide to Doku now. Gay's at the way. Gay's waiting for the ball. Wide to Doku. Dominant performance, 57 minutes gone. It's only one goal, though. Whilst it's 1-0, you never know. You never know. You mean the second division, Gregory? Back then, it wasn't League One, League Two. Back in the days. I didn't know that. Only a few years after United were relegated in 1973. I think that's correct. 1974, Marcus. Dennis Law got us relegated. Backhill and all that. 1974. But back then, football was more like there wasn't money involved in football like there is today. So everyone had a chance to get relegated. If you didn't play well, you get relegated. You couldn't just go out there and go and buy a player. You know, it was different back then. You know, you can go on a downward spiral. But Man United obviously won the Champions League in 1968, and then to get relegated in 1974 is mad, isn't it? When you think about it, you know. Semenyo. Arsenal will be hoping for, praying for something, you know, here. 1-0 still not good for them. Newcastle relegated around that time. Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Newcastle were relegated recently, yeah. About 20 years ago now. Nearly. Amazing. Newcastle got relegated as well. Leeds getting relegated. Oh, over the bar. Man City are really not clinical today. They're really not clinical. They ain't got their shooting boots on today. Definitely not got their shooting boots on today. They're not clinical at all. I think Man City should be looking at winning this game 3-0. Yeah, back then it was local players, and you didn't necessarily have the talent. You know, that's the thing. And obviously, Man United went through a lot. You know, in a short space of time, from 1958 all the way to 1974, a lot happened. You know, if City ends this game in a tie, Arsenal will win the league. I agree, Marcus. Yeah, yeah. However, I don't think City will draw this game. I think they're going to win this game. Big up, my friend. Bikes, what's going on? Bike stunters. Hope you're well, mate. 98. Free kick to Burnley, just inside the Manchester City half here. Free kick to Burnley. In it comes. And it's over the bar. It is over the bar. Bournemouth has scored against Leeds United. Bournemouth 1, Leeds United 0 in the Premier League, guys. Bournemouth 1, Leeds United 0 in that game, guys. Bournemouth have scored. I think it's Ryan has got that goal. It's either Evanescence or Ryan. Here comes City again. Burnley have played relatively well defensively, but Man City have been so wasteful in this game. It's unbelievable. Crossfield ball. O'Reilly with the ball now. Can Man City do 2? I think 2-0 will be fine for them. I think, yeah. If they go 2-0, I think that'll be fine for them. But I still think even if they win this game 1-0, I think, they're top of the league and they got the momentum, haven't they? They'll be top of the league. Greg, players all the way back would work full-time jobs in addition to playing football. Yeah, it wasn't a profession as much. Man United were in the 70s, but in the 50s and that, definitely. Here come City on the attack here on the right hand side, looking for that second. They look like they're going for goals, but they just don't know what they're doing. They can't get the ball in the back of the net, can they? It's over there. No recovering from this as an Arsenal fan. I'm still struggling to accept that we are going to go trophy this season. You never know, my friend. Bike stunters. You're in the Champions League. Just keep the belief. You might win it. You never know. The league is not over. There's still a while to go, mate. Don't give up. You got an easier running, and I would say that honestly. The only thing I would be concerned about as Arsenal, as if I was an Arsenal fan, is that Arsenal mentality is not there in it. It's just that they might be feeling a little bit deja vu, and it might affect them mentally, like they're playing through cement and things like that. Anyone else concerned about the Brentford game next week? I hate playing them, Bournemouth and Brentford, guys. Brentford could still qualify for the Champions League. Like realistically, they'll get in the Conference League or the Europa League, but they've got things to play for. That's not going to be an easy game. I actually think that's going to be a tough game. I think that Brentford game, under the lights at Old Trafford again, a late kickoff again. Yeah. Until it's over, Brentford will be fighting, Spend all week underground in the local mines and whatnot, and to pop out in the weekends to play. That it was one of Sir Alex Ferguson's biggest speeches. He does, like, he used to talk about the miners in regards to the mining, a lot about the and how privileged they are to be playing football for Manchester United. And I think that this is the reality. Football used to be the working man's game. Semenyo's coming off. It's been a poor game for Semenyo. I agree. Savinho's coming on. Semenyo's coming off. Aitnour's come off. I think it has been a poor game. Got to do better, mate. Got to do better. Yeah, I think players these days have lost touch with that. I think players have lost touch with that, definitely. But bringing it to the Brentford game next Monday, it's a typical game that Man United struggle in, isn't it? It's one of those typical games that Man United will struggle. We know it now. Man United not going to win easily. Even though I wish we would, I don't think we're going to win easily. Carl Walker with the throw for Burnley. Ex-Man City, of course, Carl Walker. 65 minutes gone. We've got 25 minutes of the game to go, guys. Burnley are still winning. Man City are still winning by a goal to nil. Here we go. Now, on the run here, Savinho. Now, but Man City have got runners here. Is he going to look up? Is going to have any support? Players are too slow to get up there. And the ball's given away. God, Man City have been very sloppy today. Very, very sloppy, to be honest. Fleming gives away the free kick for Burnley. Yeah, they've been very, very wasteful, Man City. They got into so many good positions and they're just not capitalizing. But it's a thing, like teams like Burnley, this is what they do. This is what they live for, isn't it? They live for these type of games. This is what they do. You know, Burnley drew 2-2 with Man United. You know, this is what they do. This is why they're frauds. This is why these teams are frauds. You know, they'll play against Man United and stuff and play like what that they did against Man United, and they go and lose 5-0 to Everton and things like that. Football was still the working man's game when Martin Edwards controlled the club. Yeah, football has always been the working man's game. It's only recently it's turned into more corporate. Yeah. Football used to be a football club. It used to be Manchester United Football Club, didn't it? You know, and then it turned to Manchester United. It's like commercial club. That's what it is, you know. And football should always be a working man's club, because that's how we started. That's how the Man United started, was the working man and woman. It was a club built by the normal folk, you know, like me and you and stuff. And it should always remain that, you know. And here come Man City. He's got it on the wing. Here we go. And it's gone to the goalkeeper. Man City. Oh my goodness me! If Pep Guardiola had hair, he would be pulling it out right now. It's another season of hate the Glazers. Yeah, awful. We don't deserve the Glazers, mate. We don't deserve Ineos. We deserve a proper ownership, guys. Proper full-sale ownership of people that love the football club, who want the football club to do well on the pitch. We need people like that, you know, who want the club to do well. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video if you're new in the house, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you can. That'd be fantastic. Absolute legends. Thank you. It's still Burnley 0, Man City 1. We're on about 68 minutes, guys. We've got about 22 minutes to go in this game. And whilst it's 1-0, it's always very precarious when it's 1-0. It's always a dangerous scoreline, isn't it? The old cliche, it is dangerous scoreline. Arsenal will be rubbing their hands thinking, oh, they didn't get too many goals, so we're going to, you know, we still got a chance here. Man City will be top now, and we're now on April the 23rd, and Man City will be top. Arsenal been top. God, that must be a record, isn't it? How long Arsenal will be top and still lose the league. Haaland. Doku. Gay. Working very hard, Burnley. Very hard. What are they trying to prove here? Yeah, it makes me laugh, these teams like Burnley. You know, they as much as, like, you know, if they played like this every game, they wouldn't be getting relegated. It does make me laugh. Happens all the time, doesn't it? Anyway, here comes here's a chance now. And it's saved again. This time it was Savinho with a shot, and it was saved again, guys. Dubravka's been the man of the match so far. 1-1, Leeds United 1, Bournemouth 1, guys. They have equalised Leeds United. Leeds United 1, Bournemouth 1. Just looking at the goal scorer here, looking at the goal. Yeah, it's squeezed in there. That's going to be another corner. We need the club owners to consider themselves stewards of the club instead of cash schools. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's wide. Another shot wide for Man City. If Man City don't win this game, guys, they have themselves to blame. It's wide there. We've got 20 minutes to go in this game. 1-0 still to Man City. They haven't got a clinical edge today. They have not got a clinical edge today, Man City. In this time, they need to get that. They need to get that clinical edge. Chirona's coming off. for Burnley. Burnley might as well do something. They might as well try get an equaliser. I think they're looking for a set piece or something like that. Definitely. Big out of one in the house, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you everyone who tuned in earlier on as well for Chatterbox. Really appreciate you all. It's a good interview. Well, it wasn't an interview. It's just a discussion. It's a good discussion. Good discussion talking about Man United and stuff. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a good discussion around Man United. Kicked by the car. We got about 18 minutes of normal time to go, plus injury time. Free kick to Burnley. Is that going to be a yellow card? It's good skill from O'Reilly. O'Reilly's a very skillful player. Free kick to Burnley. Burnley got the ball here. It seems like Burnley are just happy with the 1-0. They're like happy just to keep it 1-0, plodding along. Seems to be delighted with that. Cold day in Lancashire. Man City with the ball here. We're like literally 14 minutes to go, guys. Man City are winning by a goal to 0, courtesy of that early strike by Haaland, just after 5 minutes, really early in the game. Since then, Man City looked like it's going to be 5 or 6 at that point, but since then, Man City are missing a lot of opportunities, lots of huff and puff. A point in the table today would bring Leeds up to 40 points, the traditional number of points to be safe from relegation. I think 35 is 38 is additional. 38, 35, 38, but it's more now. I think you need less these days, to be honest with you. Used to be 35 points. Anyway, here come Leeds. Ephraim, big up Ephraim. So, what's your thought on the Paul Pogba interview? I don't care, mate. I have no interest in it. You know, what's the purpose of it? Does it affect Man United? Fair play to Pogba, you know, but for me, it doesn't affect us, to be honest with you. I wish him all the best, but I don't really care. Honestly, I'll be honest, I'll be real, you know, about Paul Pogba, you know. Man City keeping the ball, but they've lost the ball here. They've lost the ball here. This could be an opportunity for Burnley. Burnley taking the ball forward with Fleming. Are they gonna do something? It's out here wide, and that's gonna be retrieved by Burnley. I thought that was going wide. That's offside. It's offside. Greg, so is it just my imagination, or is this your 6th hour of live streaming today? No, I done Breaking Dawn an hour. I done an hour with Chatterbox today with Lou, and then I done this watch along. It's my 3rd stream today. My third watch along of the week, of this week so far. My third stream today. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be on Don Hussam's channel, as I always am. I'm on Don Hussam's channel tomorrow. Don't forget to join me for that. Here come Haaland. Loses the ball again. Man City have been very, very sloppy in that final third. Very sloppy in that final third is Man City. Here they come again, Man City. Out wide. Savinho. Ephraim. So do you think Arsenal and City will win their games? I think City will. I think City will, but I'm not impressed with City today, to be honest. I'm not impressed with their care on the ball up front. Very, very sloppy and wasteful. Corner to Man City. Another corner to Man City. Man City need to get a second goal, definitely. They'll be kicking themselves if they don't get a second goal. They'll be absolutely kicking themselves. If they get a second goal, they get a third. I think that would be sufficient for me. I think that would be good for them. If they get a second and a third. O'Reilly's up there. Of course, O'Reilly's good at headers. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. It's another wasted corner, another wasted attack. They're keeping it going. Savinho here. Oh, nearly, but just cleared away. Well defended for Burnley again. Cleared away by Dubravka there. Cleared away by there. City going for that second goal. They need to. They feel like their goal difference is important. I think it is. Here comes Doku. City huffing and puffing here. They just can't get a clear opportunity on goal this half. Back out here to Savinho. Good cross. Cleared away again by Burnley there. Well defended by Burnley again here, guys. Burnley defending for their lives. My goodness me. They're really defending like they're the ones who will challenge for the league on goal difference. City have got it out wide here on the right-hand side again. Turkey runs into the box. And it's over the bar. Another opportunity for Man City, and it's over the bar. Goodness me. They've missed about 10 chances today. No problem, Greg. I'll never burn myself out, mate. Don't worry about that. I'm good, mate. Thanks, Greg, though. Appreciate that. I won't burn myself out, no. I enjoy it, mate. Honestly, Greg, I enjoy it. You know, I've done far, far tougher things as jobs in my life. You know, this is fun. I love watching football. I love talking to you great people in the community. It's a good thing. No. But thank you so much, Greg. I think it's harder in the UAE. Obviously, it's harder where I am right now because obviously the time difference is different to UK. 3 hours ahead at the moment. Sometimes it's 4 hours ahead in the winter. But yeah, thanks, Greg. Big up, Greg, of course. 10 minutes to go, guys. Still 1-0 to Man City. Man City will be kicking themselves that they haven't scored 2 or 3 goals here, or maybe 3 or 4. Burnley, though. The Burnley are absolute frauds. Sal, how is everything going there? I hope so far, so it's all right, mate, at the moment. Obviously, it's on a knife edge. Ephraim, We don't know 100%, you know, what tomorrow brings, but we hope. You know, that's the only thing we can say. It's been quiet compared to a month ago, but we hope that, you know, it calms down and stuff like that, and sense will prevail. Common sense for the world, it prevails, and we kill off evil. Burnley making a substitution here. Fletcher's coming off. Fleming, should I say, is coming off. Fleming is coming off here. Here we go then. Burnley really going for the game, though. Are Burnley going for the game? Will Burnley get a point? Florentino is coming on for Burnley. Fleming off, thanks, Greg. Yeah. Doku on the left hand side. Doku on the left hand side, cuts inside. Is Doku again? Man City probing for that second goal, guys. Probing and probing and probing. But Burnley are holding firm, to be fair. Burnley are really, really solid today. They're really working hard. I mean, if they played like this all season, they probably won't be in a relegation zone, will they? That's why they fooled their fans, these teams, honest to God. And they played like this against Man United, I remember it. And here comes Doku. Turkey. Cleared away by Burnley. One back there. There's a free kick to Burnley. Free kick to Burnley. Level on points. Man City will be ahead on top of the league, technically, with goals scored. They will be disappointed that they haven't really scored more goals. And whilst it remains 1-0, it's still not over, guys, here. Whilst it remains 1-0. What's up, Rajat? How you doing? Well, good to see you, mate. Here comes City, though, on the attack. Haaland, no. Ball was a bit awkward. One back here. Yeah, their final ball, Man City, today has been atrocious. It's out wide here again. Savinho with a ball. It's going to be a corner to Man City. Yep. Maybe Rajat. Maybe. He's on Man United's radar. Very good CDM. Love him. Very good player. Ephraim. So is there any truth of Mateus Fernandes to PSG? Could be, Ephraim. One thing I would say is that players that Man United are linked to, I guarantee you that big teams will be in for them as well. This is why we have to be quick and we have to be efficient and smart, you know. Here come Man City again. Out on the left. Dominate this game. I can't believe it's only 1-0, but got to pass the ball there. Oh, and it's gone wide again. It's gone wide again. This time, Nico Gonzalez there with the strike. Just gone wide. Nico Gonzalez. Bournemouth have scored. It's 2-1 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth 2, Leeds United 1. Bournemouth 2, Leeds United 1, guys. And it's Ryan. Is it Ryan again? The player that Man United should have signed. You know, he scored 2 goals today. Hello, Ragnar. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Evening, Sal. Enjoyed the show this afternoon, mate. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. You absolute legend. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it was a great guest. I think Leeds have avoided relegation. Yeah, because they had that big win against Man United, didn't they? That was their final, wasn't it? We got 3 minutes of normal time to go. Haaland looks more annoyed than tired out there on the field currently. Yeah. Leeds are still in the mix. Leeds have got 39 points at the moment. Spurs have got 31. Nah, they're not getting relegated. Nah, very unlikely. 3 minutes here, guys. Is that offside? Yeah, it's offside. It's a poor free kick from Burnley, to be honest. All that, and it's a poor free kick from Burnley, but that's offside. Man City will take this window. The win is what matters for them, really, isn't it? Goal difference is important, but they're now top of the league, and that goal difference that they had before is wiped out. They don't have a poor goal difference. Will Tottenham survive since West Ham drew a game with Crystal Palace? It's a difficult one, Raja. I felt that West Ham missed a big opportunity in that game. They would have been 4 points clear of Spurs if they won that game. And also, Crystal Palace played in Europe this week. So I think that West Ham will regret not winning that game. However, it's going to be very tight. They're both going to drop points, both teams. I've got a feeling, just recently, I had that, especially after the West Ham game, I've got a feeling that Spurs might survive. Here come Man City now. This is the opportunity. Doku. Now's Doku with the opportunity. And it's they still can't put the ball in the net. My goodness me. So wasteful, Man City today. So wasteful. I think they'll just take the win. They'll just take the win and run, to be honest with you. We've got 1 minute of normal time left. Looking at the relegation zone, teams will go to the wire until match. I think one more place relegation, Rajat. I think Burnley are relegated now. Wolves are relegated. There's one more place to play for that final place. Man City is still going for it. They're still pressing here. Just that Haaland goal. And they've missed another big opportunity there. This time it's O'Reilly. He's missed the opportunity. Massive chance for O'Reilly to tap it in. Poor finish. They were bad finishing. They dominated the game, but finishing wise, my goodness me. So sloppy. So sloppy. City win the ball back here. 4 minutes of injury time, guys. We've got 4 minutes of injury time here. 4 minutes of injury time. Will City, poor ball given away there. Yeah, they've been so sloppy today. So wasteful. We've got 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes ago. 3-1 to Bournemouth. 3-1 to Bournemouth. Who is that? That's Evan Nilsson, isn't it? That's Evan. Yeah, it's 3-1 to Bournemouth. Leeds. Bournemouth 3, Leeds 1. Hey, what's going on, Emerick? How you doing? Long time no see. What's going on, mate? Minutes since I caught one of your lives, but I see you're well. 14K subs. Congrats. Big up, Emerick. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, we need a lot more subs, don't we? But thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you, my guy. Emerick, legend. Thank you, mate. Hope you're well. Hope everything is blessed with you. Thank you. Only 4 minutes added on. Yes, Greg. Only 4 minutes added on, sadly. Like we would have been leading the game about one. I mean, when Haaland scored that goal, Greg, I really thought that it was going to be a cricket score, you know. Chance for Man City. Can they get the second chance? And it's blocked again. We got 2 minutes to go. Man City have been absolutely bombarding that goal without actually doing anything, you know. 1 minute and a half. Turkey. Savinho. Scrappy, but Burnley get it away again. Burnley get away again. Clearance from Donnarumma. Long ball there. Haaland's running for it. Haaland's got it. Oh, has he? No. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Free kick. City should be embarrassed for not piling on today. If they lose this trophy, City will look back at this Burnley game. If they lose it on goal difference, definitely. On other news, Bayern advance to the DFB final. 2-0. Congratulations to Bayern, looking for the treble to this season. They've already won the league. I think they're going to play Freiburg. They're waiting for Freiburg, isn't it? Freiburg are not bad. Of course, Freiburg won in the Europa League 6-0 or something like that, didn't they? And that's a corner to Burnley. This is what we're talking about. Exactly what we're talking about. It's a corner to Burnley. This is what we're talking about, guys. It's a corner to Burnley here. Guardiola looks stressed on the. He should be. The amount of opportunities that Man City have wasted in this game, unbelievable. They're nervous. They're very nervous. The Man City fans, very, very nervous. Hello, kiddo. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Goalkeeper's up and clearance, and it's going to be cleared. And it's 1-0 to Guardiola's Man City. It has finished Manchester City 1, Burnley 0, guys, in this encounter. Manchester City go top of the league, guys. Manchester City are now top of the league after all that. When was the last time Man City were top of the league? I can't even remember, but they are now top of the league at the end of April. That's what matters, guys. And they win this game 1-0. They should have won it by bloody 6-0 or something like that, but they win it 1-0, which is enough, I suppose, you know, at the end of the day. Greg, the Arsenal fans are going mad. The Arsenal fans are going crazy. Yeah, they're going mad. They're going crazy. Poor result for them. They needed to draw. They needed a draw. They're now level now. You know, when you think about only a week ago, Arsenal had a +7 goal difference. It's now back to normal, you know, and yeah. It's going to be mad. Yeah, they're going to be crying. They're going to get a little. They're going to try and take some of the positives and say, "Oh well, you know what? The goal difference weren't that bad," and blah blah blah. Man City are top. That's what matters. Man City are top, guys. Guys, Man City defeat Burnley 1-0, courtesy of a Haaland's goal. They have 70 points. Man City, Arsenal have 70 points. Goal difference is both 37, but Manchester City have 66 goals. Arsenal have 63. So the goals scored is a thing, of course, guys. Yeah, the goal scores is the thing. Yeah. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. I want to say thank you to everyone who continues to support the channel. Please don't forget to smash a like on the way out, guys. Also, don't forget to put your notifications on. You absolute legends. I'll be back tomorrow morning for, of course, Breaking Dawn. I hope to see you there. And yeah, with the latest and the greatest transfer news of Man United. So I'll see you then tomorrow morning, Breaking Dawn. And have a great evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal. Man City are top of the league, guys. All to do for Arsenal. Take it easy, guys. Peace.